The smell of burning food filled the forest while desperate coughing came from inside a lonely wooden hut. Thick smoke escaped through the crooked chimney as birds flew away from the trees. Inside the hut, an old blind man named Elias searched the floor with trembling hands, trying to find the pot he had dropped into the fire. Hot soup spread across the wooden floorboards while flames slowly climbed to the stove. The old man could not see the danger growing around him. Outside the window, a small brown bunny named Pip froze in fear as he watched everything happen. Pip quickly squeezed through a broken hole beneath the kitchen wall. The bunny grabbed a wet cloth lying nearby and dragged it toward the spreading flames. Elias heard strange scratching sounds and stepped backward in confusion. Slowly, the fire calmed down before it could spread further through the hut. The old man breathed heavily while touching the cooled stove carefully. That was close, he whispered shakily. Elias sat down in silence, unaware that a tiny bunny had just saved his life. His stomach growled loudly because the ruined soup had been his only meal for the night. Pip watched the lonely man lower his head sadly beside the empty table. Something painful stirred inside the bunny's chest. That night, while moonlight shined through the trees, Pip returned carrying carrots, mushrooms, and wild herbs inside a tiny basket woven from grass. The next morning, Elias touched the fresh vegetables in complete surprise. His wrinkled face slowly softened into a small smile. For the first time in many days, the old man cooked a proper meal. The warm smell of vegetable soup filled the tiny hut while rain tapped softly against the roof. Elias began speaking aloud while cooking, hoping his secret helper might hear him. "Thank you," he would say softly into the empty room, hidden behind the cupboards. Pip's ears twitched happily every time. One stormy afternoon, Elias walked outside to gather firewood. Suddenly, his foot slipped on wet mud near the hill behind the hut. The old man tumbled down hard beside the rocks with a painful cry. Rain poured heavily while cold winds shook the trees around him. Pip heard the cry from inside the forest and raced toward the sound. He found Elias struggling to stand while clutching his injured leg. Without hesitation, the bunny pulled on the old man's coat repeatedly, guiding him little by little toward the hut. Though blind, Elias trusted the tiny creature completely. After finally reaching home, Elias collapsed beside the fire, breathing heavily. Pip stayed near him the entire night. The following morning, Elias slowly reached down and touched soft fur beside him. Instead of fear, a gentle smile appeared on his face. "So it's been you all this time," he whispered. Pip looked up quietly with bright eyes. From that day forward, they became true companions. Pip gathered ingredients while Elias cooked warm meals over the fire. One freezing winter night, a terrible snowstorm trapped several travelers inside the forest. In the distance, they saw a small golden light. Inside, warm soup simmered over the fire. Elias welcomed every freezing traveler without hesitation, even though food supplies were low. "No one should stay hungry in the cold," he said gently. News about the blind man and his faithful bunny spread far beyond the forest. Years later, Elias would smile while gently petting Pip beside the stove. Then he would quietly say,
"The smallest hands can carry the biggest kindness."